Hey everybody, I'm Fee. What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
So we have decided to do our coming out story. But what inspired us to do this is we're avid moviegoers. So there's a movie coming out in March, I think, called Love, Simon. And it's about a gay guy who is a gay teen who is attempting, who's contemplating coming out, and so his friends apparently all rally with him, and they're like, you know, why do gay people have to be the only people to come out? So
if you haven't seen the preview, go look at it. It's pretty funny.
And we're definitely going to go and check out the movie once it hits. But so basically his heterosexual friends then, you know, they plan a coming out to their parents, and it seems to be super funny. So hopefully we have a lot more heterosexuals out there coming out to their loved ones. But anyway,
that would be funny.
Yes, it would be. But anyway, I'll let you start with your coming out story, and then I will.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll end it.
Okay, so I don't know if mine's is an actual story. Basically what happened was my best friend at the time, she lived like maybe, like 2-3 blocks away. And, you know, we went to high school together, middle school together, and everything like that. So I would stay over her house, we would stay over my house, and one time, she stayed over my house, and, you know, things got physical, and my mom ended up walking in on, nothing was really happening, like, you know, really intense, but she walked in, and, from there, that's basically how my parents found out. But, you know, in black families, for some reason, it's like this unspoken thing that tends to just be unspoken. Nobody really talks about it. And it's just something that is, you know. But, I mean, they were very accepting. I wouldn't say accepting. I would say my dad thought that it was a phase. And my mom just kind of went into prayer, and I'm a religious person, and you know, I get that from my upbringing, but she was more so probably trying to pray it out, but obviously that kind of didn't work. But that's basically how it happened. It was just an accident. It was an accident. So I didn't tell anything or anything like that. It was just an accident.
You were outed.
I was caught. Red-handed. For sure. For sure red-handed. So, yeah. And it was like, the parents had a meeting, and it was, it was kind of odd. But, yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's my story.
Well, my story is I was outed. I was outed by my baby daddy. Like he I don't know. He was just like, you notice girls, because so we would be in a car or whatever, and I would point different chicks out and make little comments. So he would be like, you know, why are you saying that? Like, what's going on? And you notice girls before I notice girls, and you know, nudging me to look like we homies, and you know, and I mean, my whole history of me identifying, it's just a crazy history.
That's got to be another video, a story time or something.
But basically, so yeah, he basically outed me to my mom. We was at my mom's house one day, and we had just got into an argument, and I think my mom might have stepped in to say, you know, maybe calm down, or both of y'all shut up, something, I don't know. But out of nowhere, he was like, well, did you know that your daughter's, I was just like, wow. My mother fell silent, but she, when she did come around and say something, she just looked at me and she was like, it's okay, but you should have just come out before you had children. And I was just like, huh? Like, okay. So it made me think, and so for a period, I was like, well, maybe she's right. Maybe I shouldn't have brought children or a child at the time in the world, um, not really knowing who I was, or not, I don't know about accepting, but not understanding who I was. But then eventually I got over that, and I was just like, he was a dick for doing it. But you know what? Weight off of my shoulders. It's out now. You and I don't need to be together since you clearly know what it is that I want. So, I moved on, and I've been happier ever since. So, but yeah, so I was outed. And my mother today, I think it falls back on what you were saying as far as not being discussed. I found out that a lot of my relatives know that I did not verbally tell, but meaning my sister, my aunts and so forth. So obviously, my mother talked about it to her siblings, but it wasn't discussed with me after that one day. It wasn't even discussed. It was just that comment was made, and then that was it. The day went on. He left the house. I stayed at the house. Like, it was a normal day. It was not discussed. And even today it's not discussed. It is only discussed when needed. My mother is very accepting and welcoming. So it's just honestly like, it is what it is. And I think that that's what it should be. I don't think that it necessarily has to be discussed because, again, going back to the movie, heterosexuals don't have to have a discussion about, why they like the opposite sex. So why should we? So I think that it's okay. I don't think it should be avoided, but I think it's okay to not necessarily be a topic of discussion.
And I realized that because I'm really close with my family, so it is a very scary situation because if you're really close with your family and you don't know how they're going to react, then it can be very stressful. Because it's something you don't want to lose. It's, people you don't want to lose. It's the atmosphere you don't want to lose. You don't want anything to really change, but it does change it. It's a hard situation. So if you are out there and you're watching this video, just know that you'll feel relieved. It'll be something that you'll feel like you should have done a long time ago, regardless. And just know that if your family doesn't accept you, other people will accept you. Exactly. So, and you are loved. So, exactly. Just know that. And I tell you what, I was still nervous when I proposed to her. I was still nervous to tell my parents. Well, not my parents, to tell my mother. That, I had proposed and everything. And this is way after that. I mean, that happened in middle school. So it still was hard for me to do it. And it shouldn't have been, but it was. And it's more of like, I won't say disappointed type of thing. Because I don't know. I can't describe it. But I can only imagine that, what it's like to know something like that about, your child. And I don't know, because of her beliefs and everything, I know that it's something that she probably has to kind of work on every day or something like that. I don't know. Either way, she's doing a great job at it.
I'm about to say, because she's extremely accepting of us as a family. So yeah. They both are.
Yeah. So I'm happy that my situation was, it didn't change my family atmosphere, but I know that there are some out there that it does. So yeah, so that is our coming out story. Oh. Not as exciting as most, but I'm glad mine wasn't, crazy, because that would have been devastating
Yeah.
for me. So, in honor of, what's the name of the movie again?
Love, Simon.
In honor of Love, Simon, this is our coming out video. We hope you enjoy. Don't forget to what?
Like.
Subscribe.
And follow us on Instagram.
Or
Facebook.
Boom! And guess what? I'm going to say this at the end of the video, of every video. Don't forget to hit the little bell because you'll get an instant notification that we have posted a new video. And you know that the last video, she pranked me, so always want to be on the click.
Team feed.
Always want to be on the click. Anyway, we hope you enjoy. Stay tuned for the next video.
See ya.